It is August 25th, Monday. It is my birthday. Today I'm closing out an account. Let me show you what I'm doing here. So we have a system that was previously bought by DIY Package Aspect. Let me go ahead and show you exactly what I did here. So down at the bottom, we have 15 kW of those raw cell batteries sitting there with a JK BMS system. The wiring is going up through this box chute. The original electricians damaged a bunch of the drywall sitting in this section here, so I had to kind of repatch everything. But all the wires go up. So this is the battery going down, going to the BMS system, coming back up to the system right here on the negative and positive. Here are the input and output for the AC power. So that goes up there from here, goes up the wall, goes back down, goes to the switches it needs to, and comes back up. Now that power is basically like a Y connection, right? So that gives option from grid and off grid. And then these switches over here is just a transfer switch going in the generator position at all times. And then we have power output for L1 and L2 separately on these switches sitting up here. So we have lights, TVs, communications, refrigerators, things like that sitting on this thing. The DC disconnect for the PV array sitting up on top of the roof is right here, and that's coming from outside. That's not my work right there as previous electricians, but we did come in through the box right there with the conduit all the way to the other edge there, straight through, complete drop down right to him, and to him. So this is a 10 kW platform power for you inverter. It is a 48 volt lithium or AGM lead acid battery configuration. The only problem with this is European 230 volt single phase inverter, and so they could not run any of the lights, TVs, and communications. I had to stick a row watt transformer, which is 5,000 watts, basically taking 10 of the 5 or 5 of the 10, converting that to 120 and going up into these circuits. Now when the customer wants to add more battery, we'll go ahead and add more circuits as then. But until then, let me go ahead and show you what's going on top of the roof. On top of the roof here, we have 10 solar panels, 5 in a string, and then it ties over and it goes back up. So there's 10 total in this output, and roughly about 370 volts, 37 volts each. Monocrystalline, non-bifacial. The original installer, like I said, did some work, so I'm gonna have to zip tie a couple of these up and probably put some clamps down right here. Looks like the ones that he originally had on here weren't up to par. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tie all these wires up and take this array off. Now the system's operating. Basically just wanted to keep you updated on this particular job. This is one of two. And then across the street, this is Mama's house, of course. And then the son's house is across the street sitting over there with the solar sitting up on there. I'll just make a video in just a minute. I was trying to do them both at the same time. But other than that, yeah, successful turn on, packing up. Love y'all.